and forcing a game number 3. As early as now, just about 10 minutes before tip-off, the fans clapping as loud as they possibly can to try to give positive energy to their Brex squad. Fantastic numbers for LJ Peak. He finished with 28 points, backed up by Josh Scott with 22. Scott actually had a double-double with 22 points, 12 rebounds. That on your screen is Jeff Gibbs, who only had 6 points. He didn't really need to score. He was doing all the other things because LJ Peak led the scoring with 28. LJ Peak actually is just averaging 12 points a ball game. So by scoring 28, he took a lot of opportunities away from guys like Jeff Gibbs. Ryan Rossiter there also had good numbers. He had 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, doing it all for his squad. He is there, Mr. Triple-Double. That's Yuta Tabuse there on your screens, who was actually the first Japanese player to play in the NBA. He didn't see action yesterday. But sometimes, Coach Hyozo Anzai just wants to keep him around for leadership purposes. There's Charles Jackson there on your screens. Impressive numbers, 19 points, 16 rebounds. But as we talked about, the fact that he only shot 25% from the free throw line. And for somebody who heads to the line a lot, he needs to be able to clean that up if they want to have any chance of victory here. Let's see if they're able to make the adjustments. He might have come in here a little bit earlier to be able to shoot some free throws. He's not really the best of free throw shooters, but shooting 25% for somebody that is supposed to be your main scorer down low, that's got to change. The keys to victory here for Utsunomiya Brex is really just duplicate what they did yesterday. They played solidly from start to finish. They didn't fall behind despite the fact that Sunrockers did get off to a good start. Here we go for the introductions. First and foremost, we introduce the officials handling today's match. The referees for today, Referee Abe, Referee Kano, and Referee Hayasaki. Here we have the starters. They'll be starting out with the same squad they had yesterday. Starting out with Sikino, Vendrame, Jackson, Hirose, and Kelly. These two teams have actually faced each other 4 times here this season. And Brex won 3 out of the 4, including the second to the last one. The last one they won yesterday. Previous to that, they won 67-62 last January 31st. Here we go, the introduction of the home squad, Utsunomiya Brex.
最大の目標を果たすべく今こそ一つになりましょう。ブレックスネーション全員で立ち向かおう、あの頂点まで。それでは宇都宮ブレックス本日のメンバーの発表です。まずはベンチメンバーから。Number O, Yuta Thomas. Number 4, Jeff Gibbs. Number 6, Makoto Hijiba. Number 7, I Tibbs. Number 10, Kosuke Takeuchi. Number 13, Hironori Watanabe. Number 31, Shuhei Kitagawa.
And now the grand introduction of the starting five for Utsunomiya Brex.
And now, the starting lineup for you, Utsunomiya Brex. Number 40, Joe Scott. Number 22, Ryan Rosta. Number 5, LJ Peak. Number 18, Seiji Ikaruga. And number 9, Yusuke Endo. And of course, outside Rizzo. We are Utsunomiya Brex.
Once again, no changes in the starting lineup here for Utsunomiya Brex. Coach Ryuzo Anzai going with the same starting five, which has given his squad the best record in the league. They're starting out with LJ Peak, Yasuke Endo, Seiji Ikaruga, Ryan Rossiter, and Josh Scott. On the other hand, starting out for the visitors, they have Sekino, Vendrame, Jackson, Hirose, and Kelly. It's a must-win situation here for the Sunrockers Shibuya. If they lose, their season is over. If they win, they force a deciding third and final game this coming Monday. Will Utsunomiya move on to the semifinals? Or will we have a game 2 days from today? The answer will come in about 2 hours as these two teams go head-to-head. Utsunomiya Brex trying to knock off the Sunrockers Shibuya. Well, if yesterday was any indication of what to expect here today, we've got a great game ahead of us. Thanks for joining us. Anthony Sutai with the call. Please follow us on B-League on Facebook. If you've got any questions, do send me a tweet. It'll be good to interact with you as we've got the game underway. Vendrame as always, will be handling the basketball a lot, but that's a poor handoff there from Kelly. Ikaruga, first 2 points. One of the keys to victory here for Shibuya is they need to be able to make sure Ryan Kelly is involved, is aggressive early. He usually likes to be able to pick up the slack in the second half, but that can't happen here today. Vendrame hits, and we've got our first deadlock at 2. Rossiter, close to a triple-double yesterday. Sees a lane towards the basket. Josh Scott might have traveled. Three on the way, short. Vendrame pushes it forward. Hiroshi is going to give it up. Vendrame is another one of those players who needs to be able to pick up his aggressiveness. He is a member of the Japanese national team. He's off a different pedigree. Kelly won't get that to drop. That falls in the hands of Vendrame. Going glass. And now Shibuya is up 4-2. Rossiter will bring it closer. Nice handoff. That's going to be the first personal foul on Jackson, as Scott will head to the line for 2 free throws. Rossiter just sets up his teammates so well. All Josh Scott had to do was just elevate. Scott, not the best of free throw shooters, but he was definitely much better than Charles Jackson yesterday. Second on the way. That's going to drop. Cutting the lead to 1. Josh Scott now on the board. Vendrame hounded there by Ikaruga in the backcourt. You'd like to be able to see Kelly take that shot, especially with the shot clock winding down. He allows his teammates to take a lot of the shots early. Rossiter finds Scott once again. Scott gets away. Nothing Jackson could do there. He didn't want to pick up a second personal foul this early. Josh Scott now with 3 points. They go inside. Scott there with a slam. That's Jackson. Charles Jackson finally on the board. That's a good matchup to watch. Scott versus Jackson. Here's a slam on the other end. Josh Scott now with 5. They're looking for him early. Yesterday they were looking for LJ Peak early. See, Charles Jackson has got an answer. He's posting up. He'll give up the dribble. Inside the lane, 2 free throws coming up here for Kohei Sekino. Be aggressive, challenging Endo there. And he'll now head to the line for 2 shots. Brex up by 1. Scott there talking to LJ Peak about their defensive assignments. As Sekino hits his first. No problem with the second as well. Vendrame was 5 out of 5 from the free throw line yesterday. Actually the only local to get to the free throw line, and he was flawless. Now Sekino 2 for 2. It's a 1-point lead for Shibuya. Ikaruga to Scott. Scott for 3. Bang! Josh Scott doesn't take too many threes, but he says, I can hit it anyhow. Knock that one down. 2-point lead here for Utsunomiya. Josh Scott now with 8 points. Kelly from the 15-foot line nails it. First 2 points here for Ryan Kelly. That's what he's got to do. The former Los Angeles Laker has got to lead by example. Endo finds LJ Peak. Peak inside to Rossiter. Suddenly, Rossiter was gun shy. He was deep inside that paint. We're tied at 10. Kelly from the outside. Bang! Ryan Kelly now, suddenly with back-to-back baskets. He's got 5 points. And that's what he needs to do. Stay aggressive from beginning to end if he wants to give his team a chance. Scott gives it up. Rossiter. He's got 3-point range. Opts not to. Here's Peak. Peak will miss. It falls to him. He'll miss again. Jackson clears the boards. And they'll wait for the troops. Hirose thought about it. 4.5 gone. No substitutions yet. Hirose attacks. Gets blocked by Rossiter. Here's Endo. Good transition defense. This time by Shibuya. Scott will go to Rossiter. Against Hirose. We'll lose it. Active hands from Hirose. Here's Vendrame. Vendrame accelerates. Was looking for 3-point play there, but will settle for 2 free throws. He was exceptional from there in last night's encounter. That time just made sure there was contact. He will head to the line for 2 shots. 3-point lead enjoyed by Shibuya here at 13-10. Could be more. Ishii will check in. Together there with Shuto Tawatari. So 3 fresh gentlemen coming in now for Coach Tsutomu Isa. Sunrockers Shibuya do have their followers that have made their way here to the Brex Arena in Tochigi. Both are down. It's a 5-point lead enjoyed here by Shibuya. Coming in now is Yamauchi. This is the regular rotation of Coach Tsutomu Isa. His squad is up by 5. Rossiter looks for a peek. McAdoo just checked in. Not even 10 seconds. He picks up a personal. Will he have to react to that pass inside? Clip him on the arm. 2 free throws now for Peak. Peak has yet to get on the board. He started out this encounter for the Brex squad. Now we're going to be seeing the first entry of Jeff Gibbs. Gibbs is one of those scrappy players who will defend, get down, pick up the loose balls, do what needs to be done. And a lot of times they don't come out in the stat sheet, but he doesn't mind as long as they come away with a victory. And so far this conference, he has led Utsunomiya Brex together with Scott and Rossiter to the best record in the league at 49-11. 2 free throws, cuts the lead to 3. Active hands there from Rossiter. Will give Utsunomiya Brex the ball right back. And a steal there from McAdoo. Kelly thought about it. Gives it up to Ishii. To the corner. Yamauchi for 3. Misfires. Peak with the rebound. Past the halfway mark. Here's Gibbs. Fresh off the bench. Carving out some space. Will miss. Good defense there from Kelly. Kelly, I think, wants to be able to atone for his dismal performance yesterday. And he comes up with another basket. He's got 7 here. Ryan Kelly starting out aggressively. And now he has helped Shibuya establish his 5-point lead. Watch it here. Defense not stopping the ball. Ryan Kelly makes them pay. Kai Taves will check in for the very first time. Yesterday, saw just a little bit over 10 minutes of action. But with his team down here by 5, expecting to see a whole lot more. He's a Division I player from the United States. Rossiter will pick up his dribble once again. Finds Taves. Taves gets away inside. No. We'll kick it out. Nabe time. Yes! Watanabe just checked in and he hits that 3. That's going to get the crowd up on its feet. Not to mention the fact that that's going to space the floor quite well. Yamauchi gets away for 2. Yamauchi is a really heady point guard. We're up against Taves. So now, Coach Anzai also going to his bench. Rossiter. Floater, hits. Ryan Rossiter on the board. Naturalized player for Brex Nation. He's also part of the Japanese pool of 32 for the FIBA Asia qualifiers. Still a 2-point lead enjoyed here by Shibuya. 3 minutes remaining in the first. Kelly for 3. Banks that one home. Ryan Kelly in double digits with 10 points. We said he needs to be aggressive from the start till the finish if he wants Shibuya to have any chance of a victory. And he's doing just that. Gibbs finds Taves. Taves behind the back. Trying to find Nabe time. And a foul will be called on Ishii. Ishii's first. That was good ball movement here from the hometown team. Making the defense scramble from right to left. Ishii will hit the bench. Charles Jackson is back. Kelly will get a seat. Job well done here for Ryan Kelly in the first period with 10 points. Charles Jackson. CJ back. Kosuke Takeuchi is in. And he gets that pass from Taves. Takeuchi didn't score yesterday. Played sparingly. Now he's got 2 points. Takeuchi stands 6'9". He's there for defensive purposes and rebounding more than anything else. But nice glide to the basket. Yamauchi harassed from the outside. McAdoo. McAdoo's got that in his range, but will miss. Takeuchi with the rebound. Here's Taves. Taves finds a seam and cops out. Makes you wonder why he's gun shy. He could have taken it strong to the basket. At the very least, pick up a foul. That's a good call. Nobody else touched that. Ball with Shibuya. Still up by 3. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first canto. Watanabe is in. They go inside to CJ. Now to McAdoo. McAdoo won't get that to drop. Gets his own rebound though. Gibbs will be called for the foul. McAdoo and Charles Jackson are just so active inside. Those long arms helping McAdoo. First personal foul here on Jeff Gibbs. Gibbs making sure there's no practice shot. The 2 starters in the backcourt getting ready to check in. That's Vendrame on the right. You've got Sekino on the left. McAdoo's first free throw. Remember, he missed 4 yesterday. And I think the fans know it. They're trying to distract him. Knocks that first down. He was 4 out of 8. Shooting 50%. He, together with Charles Jackson, they come up with improvement from the free throw line. Should give their chance an even better percentage of winning. Right now they're up by 4. Up by 5. A minute and a half remaining here. Back to Taves. Lead pass goes to Gibbs. Gibbs gets the layup. Gibbs is so bulky. Once he heads inside that paint and he elevates, just can't be stopped. McAdoo. McAdoo now making his move. Puts it up. A little bit too strong. Gibbs with the rebound. Gibbs needing a break. Goes to Taves. Taves will be called for traveling. That was good defense there. Taves was saying there was some contact, but Vendrame went straight up. So verticality against his national teammate. Both play for the Japanese national squad, but today facing each other in this quarterfinal. Sekino looking for space. Sekino launches a 3. Too strong. Nabitime gets that. Where they look for a 2-for-1. Taves. Gibbs. Watanabe. 3's knocked down there by Makoto Hiejima. Another one of the Japanese national players seeing action here. Both teams getting really physical with one another. That's a good foul by Taves. Just gave that one up because they're not yet in the penalty. 5.7 remain. But they cannot give up another foul here in the final seconds. We're tied at 24. Fans so happy to see Makoto Hiejima back. He was out injured for quite a time. But the 30-year-old 6'3" player is back in harness. And it looks like he's slowly rounding out into form. I would have rather have seen Ryan Kelly check in here with 5.7 seconds. But there he is. They want to be able to get a shot off. Will they get it to him? Vendrame hoists up this 3. And after the first 10 minutes of action here at the Brex Arena, we are tied. We're dead even at 24 apiece. As far as Shibuya is concerned, a much better showing here in game number 2. They've got 24 points. Yesterday, only able to come up with 18. Brex also with a better showing scoring-wise, but you throw all the stats out in game number 1. You make the adjustments here in game number 2, especially for Shibuya. They need to be able to win this one to force a game 3. Utsunomiya, on the other hand, wants to be able to make it to the semifinals, and Gibbs gets away for 2 inside. 2-point lead enjoyed here by Utsunomiya Brex. Veterano calling out play number 1. Likes the isolation here against Taves. We go inside of McAdoo. McAdoo against Takeuchi. Shoots over Takeuchi. That's 6-9. And it didn't seem to bother McAdoo at all. Tied once again at 26. Taves playing a whole lot more. Gibbs with a long 2. Rattles out. Takeuchi giving his team another offensive possession here. Jackson not able to collar that one. Jackson has not yet gone to the free throw line here today. Remember, yesterday he missed 9 free throws, shooting 25%. And I'm sure he practiced that. Let's see what happens when he heads to the line. Watanabe misses. Drama with the rebound. This time it's play number 2. Let's see it evolve. Nice matchup here with Taves. They go to McAdoo. McAdoo once again. He likes that matchup. Felt the contact, put it up, and he will head to the line for 2 more shots. Takeuchi felt he held his ground, but the referees say otherwise. We're going to break this deadlock. This McAdoo. McAdoo was 2 for 2 from the free throw line earlier. Shuhei Kitagawa will now be checking in. Shooting guard, standing 6'1". And now comes Josh Scott, back in action. LJ Pete has been very quiet offensively. The 28 markers yesterday. McAdoo makes the first. I'm sure the Brex players realize just how bad the free throw shooting of Shibuya was yesterday, and so they're trying to do whatever they possibly can. You can see a while ago Jeff Gibbs putting his hands up to try to distract McAdoo. Didn't work. McAdoo makes both. He's now 4 out of 4. And a 2-point lead here for Shibuya. Taves. He's seen more action here today than the entire game yesterday. You like that aggressiveness there from Kai Taves. Clearly a push there. Trying to get Jeff Gibbs out of the way. McAdoo will be replaced. They need Ryan Kelly in there for scoring. Ryan Kelly is a 3-level scorer. He can score from 3. He's got a medium range shot. But he's not as good defensively. Joe Gibbs takes him to school. Finish that statement. Kelly knows how to operate inside the paint. Layup works for Hirose. Kenta Hirose with his first 2 points. 2 minutes gone here in the second period. They look for Hiejima. They need his leadership. Hiejima finds Scott. They kick it out. Taves puts it up. Knocks down that 3. Kai Taves contributing heavily here in game number 2. Trying to put With the lock on Vendrame. Here's Jackson. Again, Scott. Scott will be called for a foul. Watch it once again. It's getting very physical inside that paint. No free throws yet. Neither team in the penalty. Actually, the second period has just begun. Vendrame out. Yamauchi in. Regular substitution pattern once again for Coach Isa. Wanted to make sure that his players are giving 110% every time, which means they're fully rested as well. Yamauchi can hit that three, and does! 2-point lead enjoyed now by Shibuya. Dave will attack. Dave will get that from Hiyajima, rather. Back to Hiyajima. Gibbs has that range, but hardly shoots from three. Gibbs finds Scott. Scott gets away. 10 points in the contest now for Josh Scott. Gibbs with 6. That's been their 1-2 punch here today. Kelly gives it up to the corner. Scott clears the board. Here's Taves. Taves hands it over. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Scott. That's going to be number 2. Hirose made sure that he exaggerated the contact. And the referee saw it. Nice gamble there from Hirose, and it worked. He stays in despite the 2 fouls. And here comes LJ Peak. Gibbs will hit the bench. Roster is back in action once again. Nice seal, Jackson. That's a jump ball. Jackson doesn't like the call. He's beside himself. He's got to be careful. He picked up a technical yesterday. But that is excellent defense there from LJ Peak. Possession arrow shows this end of the floor. They'll retain possession. The possession arrow will now point towards Utsunomiya Brex. The next jump ball situation. 3 is blocked. Here's Rossiter. Gotta go to Pete. Fresh off the bench. Rossiter's gonna give it up. Shot clock is at 6. Does he know it? Rossiter. Forced issue. Steps back. No. CJ with the rebound. Here's Yamauchi. Quite surprised. Well, just when I was about to say Ryan Kelly not really looking for his shot, he attacks the hoop and comes up with a slam. I guess you read my mind. 2-point lead enjoyed by Shibuya. Kelly now with 12 points. He had 12 points yesterday after 4 quarters. Scott will try to challenge. Will lose it. Active hands there from Sekino.
Hey, coach.
Time to look for Ryan Kelly. And Kelly cops out. Standing in the passing range of LJ Peak. That was thrown right through him. Watch it here. Quite surprised why, coming off that dunk, there was no attack from Ryan Kelly. Teams will talk things over. We've got a good one here at the Brex Arena. Don't look now, but we've got Yuta Tabuse in for the very first time. We didn't see him yesterday, but the very first Japanese player in the NBA is now in harness. Let's see how he can contribute. He's 40 years old, but he's got tons of experience. Not to mention the fact that he's got a deadly outside shot. Scott will bring it closer. Knocks McAdoo down. Will get denied by Kelly, but we'll get it back and put it through. We're tied at 35. Let's see if Shibuya tries to take advantage of Tabuse defensively. Kelly will give it up. Vendrame back in action. Kelly. Gotta make his move. Puts up his fall away and misses. Just too long to set up their offensive. They do have patterns, just can't run it. Peak. Little bobble there, but he gets it back, puts it through. It's a 4-point swing. And finally, we're going to have our first timeout called by these coaches. Coach Isa suing for time here as LJP starting to heat up. Exactly 3:53 remaining here in the first half. You got a tight one here at the Brex Arena. Welcome back to game number 2 as Utsunomiya Brex host the Sunrockers Shibuya. A win here by Utsunomiya moves them into the semifinals. A win by Shibuya forces a game 3 on Monday. Kelly forced to put that one up, will miss. And a foul will be called on McAdoo, pushing off. He's still holding on to that basketball. You better give that up. He's going to hit the bench. CJ will check back in. Still a 2-point lead enjoyed here by Brex. Gibbs now, one of the few times he's played point. Peak. Might have traveled. Gibbs creating some space and hits inside. It's a 4-point lead right now by Utsunomiya Brex. They once had a 5-point lead earlier. Now starting to flex their muscles. Yamauchi hits the deck. Tabuse helps him up. A little bit too physical there was Yuta Tabuse. In there really for inspiration more than anything else. And checking back in is Yusuke Endo. Really gave them a lift emotionally, that's for sure. Under 3 minutes to play. And Coach Isa continues to shuffle his players in and out. And right now is Shuto Tamatari. Vendrame to Kelly. Finding the open man. A lot of times shots shots like that should just be put up by Sekino. Forcing the pass. LJ Peak hits! And it's now a 7-point lead erected here by Utsunomiya Brex. And Shibuya sues for time once again. Second guessing what he wanted to do. Good defense leading to excellent offense. Two minutes, 39 seconds remain here in the first half. Kawatari with the ball. And look inside for Kelly. Kelly once again just playing possum here. Vendrame attacks. Gets denied. Jackson inside. The foul is going to be called on Pete. He readily accepted that foul and said, let's see what Charles Jackson has from the free throw line. Just made sure there was no three-point play. Shooting 25% on the 15-foot line yesterday. For CJ, Charles Jackson. His first two attempts, you'll see here. First, a little bit too strong, and the crowd loves it. Turns out to be a good foul there from LJP. Jackson makes the second. He's at 50% today. We go inside to Gibbs. Gibbs against Kelly. He feels he's got the advantage, and he takes Kelly straight to the rack there. Gibbs now with 10 points. He's in double digits. Lead is now at 8, 44 to 36. Another turnover. Here's Peak. Foul there by Tawatari. Jackson asking for assistance. They might have to send McAdoo back. Oh, there's a foul there, clearly, from LJ Peak. Referees missed that one. Just about a minute and a half remaining. Ball here now with the Brex. The Brex Nation. So much to cheer about here. Rossiter. Gives it up. Might have been a traveling violation there. Rossiter finds Gibbs inside. Gibbs with 12 points. The inside operator showing you how it's done. The lead is now at 10. Ishii. We go inside Kelly. Now we have the aggressiveness from Kelly. That's 2 free throws for Ryan Kelly. He needs to be able to take it strong inside to give his team any chance of winning this game, especially now that Brex is in the penalty. Peak will take a seat. Coach Anzai doesn't want him to pick up another foul. They do have a sizable advantage now at 10. Ryan Kelly yesterday was 4 out of 5 from the line. Kelly now with 13 points. Now at 14. Cuts the lead down to 8. Ryan Kelly was so aggressive in the first period. In the second period, he went back to his old ways. Endo trying to look inside to Gibbs. He's got the hand. Not to mention the fact that he's got so much strength over Ryan Kelly. And he scores again, just pushing Kelly out of the way. Gibbs now with 14 points to go with 1 rebound and 1 assist. Under 30 seconds to play here. 10-point lead enjoyed by the hosts. Ishii trying to find some space. Ventrame for 3. That rattles out. McAdoo working hard. Passes it to the referee. Watch that scramble there. He thought he had a teammate at the corner. Shot clock is off. 14.4 seconds remain. Coming back in is Kenta Hirose. We're going to send back Peak. While they're in the offense. Gonna be able to score here. Makoto Hiyajima. Holding on to it. Hiyajima with a shot. Will miss. Putback doesn't work. That will count. But it's not going to go down. First half is done here for game number 2. And it's a 10-point lead enjoyed by Utsunomiya Brex at 48-38. It's halftime here of game number 2 between Utsunomiya Brex and Sunrockers Shibuya. Sunrockers Shibuya need to win here today to force a deciding game number 3. And straight off the bat, Leo Vendrame takes it straight to the hole, trying to stay aggressive. But Josh Scott lorded it over inside. The 3 imports here for Utsunomiya Brex working so well. Scott even hit a 3. And he says, just like what I do in practice. Here's Ryan Kelly. One of the keys to their winning here today, I said, is he needs to stay aggressive from the beginning till the very end. He only finished with 12 points yesterday. He had 12 points in the first period alone. In the second period, he only took 1 shot. He got to the free throw line. He hit both free throws. He will finish with 14. But he needs to stay more aggressive. His team now, after being tied at 24 after the first period, now find themselves down by 10 at 48-38. Kai Taves played so well. But Joe Gibbs showing his strength inside, especially when he's being guarded by Ryan Kelly. McAdoo gets away, shooting over the 6'9" Takeuchi there. LJ Peak had 28 points yesterday, just with 7 here today. But working in perfect tandem with his teammates. There's Jeff Gibbs with a slam. Basket's gonna work there for Morizani. Scott kicks it out. Taves for 3. Yamauchi hit a few deep ones yesterday. Hits that one here this evening. Poor decision that time from Sekino. Will lead to an easy basket on the other end. Open 3. Knocked down there by LJ Peak. And it's now a 10-point lead enjoyed by Brex Nation here. They're up 48-38. And stellar outside shooting combined with strong power plays inside has helped Utsunomiya Brex to this lead. You can see 65% from the field from 2-point distance as compared to just 50% from Shibuya. 62% from 3-point distance, 5 out of 8, 3 out of 10 here for Shibuya. They got to the line a whole lot more and were excellent from there. 11 out of 12 for 91%. But the big story really, more than anything else, not the turnovers. Turnovers is 6 and 5. But look at that, 30-18. That is points in the paint. And so getting easy shots inside. That's why Utsunomiya Brex was shooting 65% from inside. Rebounding story, it's +5. Assists, this is huge. +10. 15 assists for Utsunomiya Brex and just 5 for Shibuya. One of the main reasons there is the point guard brings down their basketball on the offensive end and they hardly make any passes. The first pass, whoever receives that ball dribbles a little bit too much and they take up hurried shots. Ryan Kelly was forced to take a couple of bad shots late in the shot clock, wherein if you go to him maybe earlier, he might be able to draw the defense, find the open man, or score for himself. But not putting up shots with the shot clock winding down at 3 or 2. Let's see if they can make the adjustment. They have to. Their season hangs in the balance. If Sunrockers Shibuya lose here today, they're out. They're done for the 2020-2021 season. But for Brex Nation, that's exactly what they want to happen. They want a victory here so their team immediately moves on to the semifinals. Let's see what adjustments these respective coaches have made in their locker room huddle. Endo yesterday had 3 threes. But today, he's still scoreless. But he doesn't need to score. The rest of the team has picked up the slack and they're up by 10. Endo recovers on the outside. Peak hits, and it's now a 13-point lead as LJ Peak gets 10 points. Kelly from the outside, short. Peak with the rebound. Seems like Utsunomiya Brex wants to knock out their opponents early. Back-to-back threes to start things off. We talked about Endo not scoring yet. Comes up with his first three of the ball game. The lead is at 16. Vendrame and company need to be able to score. Stop the bleeding here. Kelly, that's a good move. He will miss, but put it through. Aggressive Ryan Kelly is what Shibuya needs here and needs now. Rossiter. Get a pay. The top out. Watanabe back to Rossiter. Rossiter with a floater. A little bit too strong. Kelly with the rebound. Let's see how he does here. Will he take it in strong? He'll get it back. We'd like to have Ryan Kelly deciding the fate of his team. Nice look inside, but Vendrame couldn't control. That's a good pass. That's why you want the ball in Ryan Kelly's hands. He will make good decisions. A minute and a half gone here in the third. Rossiter loves to dribble to the free throw line. Ikaruga hits! 3 threes to start out this period. And it's a 17-point advantage. What a start here for the Brex squad. Hirose. That's tapped out. That's allowed. Under FIBA rules, Hirose saying that was on its way down. Under FIBA rules, you can do this. Watch it once again. In the NBA, that would have been goaltending. Smart play there from Josh Scott, saving his team 2 points. With an exceptional 2 minutes here in the third period. Coach Isa getting clarification, but I'm sure the referee reminding him we're using FIBA rules here in the B-League. That's allowed. Two-man game here with McAdoo. Vendrame. They set up McAdoo in the post. The spin. No basket. McAdoo gets it back. Igaruga, I think, will be called for the personal. Check that, it's Endo. With a swipe. Just wanted to make sure there was no easy baskets and no three-point play opportunity. McAdoo now on the line. Misses. Charles Jackson got poked in the eye a while ago by LJ Peak, and you can see he's having difficulty keeping that right eye open, so we're not quite sure if he can actually come back and play. If he doesn't, they're going to be in trouble. Talking about Shibuya. Perfect look inside. Ikaruga gets it to drop. And the lead has now ballooned to 19. Utsunomiya Brex looking powerful here at the beginning of the third period. Look at the lead pass with some spin. Ikaruga puts it up and through. A dismal start here by Shibuya has led to this 19-point lead erected by Utsunomiya Brex. Poor pass! Steal and a layup! Ikaruga with back-to-back baskets. And the lead is at 21. What has happened to the offense of Shibuya? McAdoo trying to work against Scott. Gets denied. Things might just get from bad to worse here. Rossiter in no hurry. They've got a huge advantage. And the momentum clearly on their side. Peak with a long three. Rossiter with an offensive rebound. Will challenge Kelly. Finally a miss. And a rebound from McAdoo. What they need, aside from stops, they need to be able to put that ball through the hoop. They're down by 21. They can't seem to do it. Ball will go back to Utsunomiya Brex. Only 2 points scored here so far by Shibuya in the third period. Scott gathers. They got a lot of time remaining. Endo will be fouled to put that one up. He might be shooting free throws. Let's see what the officials decided. Looked like he was going for the basket there. That should be 2 free throws here. Yasuke Endo. We'll have to wait for some changes first. 4 minutes gone here in the third. Yamauchi will check in together with Tawatari. Bad news though for Sunrockers Shibuya. It doesn't seem like Charles Jackson will be fielded back in after that poke that he suffered from LJP in the latter part of the second period. He can't open his eyes. How can you take a shot? It's going to drop for Utsunomiya. We talked about Shibuya only scoring 2 points. Brex already scoring 13. Not to mention the fact that they were up by 10 heading into the third. There's another bucket. And the lead is now at 23. Who would have thought we were looking forward to a close one? The Brex squad has just opened things up here. Almost another steal. Long arms from Ryan Rossiter. They're doing everything correctly. 5:43 still to be played. A lot of time remaining here in this one. More than enough time for Shibuya to overhaul this lead. They've got to find some offensive rhythm. Kelly puts up a hurried three and knocks it down. Kelly under a lot of duress knocks down that long three. That will help. Cuts the lead down to 20. Can they get some stops? Seems like Kelly and McAdoo will be playing extended minutes here with the absence of CJ Charles Jackson. Peak. Hands it down. That was well run. They ran the shot clock all the way down to 5 seconds before they made their move. LJP finding Scott. Got McAdoo up in the air to commit the foul. Basket and one. Nice play there from Kelly to save the point. I'm surprised I don't see a whole lot more of that. They should realize under FIBA rules you can do that. It's going to drop in the hands of Kelly. Kelly sends up Yamauchi. Yamauchi, no. Send that one home. Rossiter once again will bring it down past the halfway mark of the third. Ryan Rossiter. Endo for three. And the ball will go to Tawatari and company. But they're down by 22. First entry here today. No, check that. First entry in the second period, the second half rather, for Makoto Hiyojima. Slowly trying to ease him in. He's getting back into playing shape. A while ago, Yuta Tabuse played for about a minute and a half and he inspired his team. And from a 24-all deadlock, they were able to establish a 48-38 advantage. Three on the way, that works! Ishii there hits. Again, that start the uprising here for the visitors. Gives his check back in. Scott gets away. There's just no way Noguchi can stay in step with Scott. We're going to have to rely on the locals now, especially with the absence of Charles Jackson. But without Charles Jackson, time for Gibbs, Peak, Rossiter, and Scott to take advantage of the interior. Especially now that there is no McAdoo. Watanabe in. Will we see more Nabe time? Hiyojima will miss. But the ball will stay on this end. End of crashing the boards. Nice look at Makoto Hiyojima. Long-time player of the national squad. Already 30 years old. But still with a lot to show. Misses though. They would have been right on cue. Gibbs though, who can stop this offensive rebounding? With no McAdoo, they're just going to lord it over inside. Just Kelly by his lonesome. Gibbs now on the line for two shots. Already up by so much. And more problems here for Shibuya. Kai Taves checks in. And they will take a seat. $15 points now for Jeff Gibbs. Only scored 6 points yesterday. But when your teammate LJ Peak scores 28, you don't really need to get into the scoring act. But today, he's leading scorer. He's got 16. Coach Anzai. Just one import there. McAdoo has been reinserted. Trying to help out there. Caught with the swipe. Gibbs saying, don't have to worry. I can handle this all on my lonesome. One import each for each respective squads. That's okay here for Utsunomiya. If they're up big, three's gonna miss. And miss everything. Tawatari all the way in. Nobody stopped Tawatari. James now at the helm. Trying to control the action. Finds Takeuchi back to Taves. More than enough time on their shot clock. And the foul will be called. That's free throws here for Kai Taves. Tawatari's going to pick up this one. If you're Shibuya, you want to pull out all the stops here in the final 2:44 of the third. And as I say that, that's exactly what they're going to do, sending Ryan Kelly back in. You've got to bring this down to a more manageable level. At least 14, 12 if you can, to have any chance in the fourth. So Surprisingly though for Utsunomiya, they've got Gibbs and Peak on the bench. Check that they've got Scott and Peak. Gibbs is their lone import. Kai Taves there on your screens. 23-year-old player from Division 1 in the United States. He is also part of the 32-man pool of the Japanese national squad. Kelly with a handoff. We've got to look for him once again. Kelly trying to take matters into his own hands. Falling away, hits. That is what Ryan Kelly needs to do. He's got 21 points. Definitely much better than his 12-point performance yesterday. Almost losing it. And eventually will. Stopping. Popping for three and hitting. And with still 2 minutes remaining in the third, Coach Yozu Anzai says, let's talk things over first. The momentum has now swung our opponent's way. Coach Anzai not taking anything for granted here, despite the fact that his team is up big. Wanted to be able to make sure that they come up with a strong finisher in the third. They started off the third strong, scoring 9 straight points on 3 threes. So they're up by 15. Medium range jumper, not gonna work. Takeuchi working overtime down low. He led to the line for 2 shots. How do you stop someone who's 6'9"? Nothing Yamauchi could do. Takeuchi standing 6'9". Yamauchi 5'8". Some additional points here, which are actually a bonus. He had a basket earlier. With his free throw, could have 4 points. They get the drop. Just about a minute and a half remaining here in the third period. Chance of defense from Brex Nation. Another 3. Put back there. Doesn't work for Ryan Kelly, but it will stay on this end. Hijima couldn't get to it. Kelly thought he had a slam. That would have made a highlight reel. On the side of your screen, you saw CJ Charles Jackson stuck on the bench. Kelly losing control a bit. Ishii shaking, baking. Had to put that one up. It's a violation. Getting the shot off in 24 seconds. Minute and 7 seconds remaining. Shibuya needs to stop here and another score. Both teams definitely want to finish this quarter strong. Taves once again. Gives it up. Gibbs all the way inside. Lead is back up to 19. Kelly for three. No. Gibbs with the rebound. Off and running. Watanabe. Yejima says, he got the lead. Let's finish stronger. Takeuchi hits. The big man with a bonus of 6 points here. And the lead is back up to 21. That turned out to be an excellent timeout from Coach Ryuzo Anzai. His team not just back on top, but on top big. They got fouls to give. I'm sure they realize it. But they don't give it. Kelly all the way home for a slam. Gibbs with one final hoist. A little bit offline as we head into the fourth and final period. Comfortably in the driver's seat, we have Utsunomiya Brex up 74-55. Will this fourth and final period be competitive? We'll find out. Shibuya needs a strong start. Three's not going to drop. Almost a steal there for Vendrame. Stepped on the sideline though, the baseline rather. You can see it doesn't seem like Charles Jackson will be fielded back in. That's bad news for Sunrockers Shibuya. Taves displayed the point so well here. He's played a whole lot more than he did yesterday. Yejima, nice spin and layup. Asking for the foul. No foul given. Will there be a foul? They say yes. His appeal has been granted. Well, looking for a jackrabbit start here in the fourth is Shibuya. Just have a chance to be able to win this one, but it is Utsunomiya that gets 3 points on the board, and their lead is back up to 22. Quickly. Kelly for three. Banks that one home. A little bit of cheers from the small Shibuya contingent that have made their way here to the Brex Arena. Taves with a jumper. Will miss, but Gibbs is there for the putback. Gibbs, again, scoring. He's got 20 points to go with 4 rebounds and an assist. Yesterday was a day of LJ Peak. Today, it belongs to Jeff Gibbs. Getting away there is Ryan Kelly. Kelly now with 25. He might need to score 40 just to make this competitive. Watanabe takes it out. Hiyajima steps back and hits. Makoto Hiyajima is starting to feel it. That's even more bad news for Sunrockers Shibuya. You want to go down fighting. You don't want to lose your last game by a blowout. That's what you're going to remember all throughout the offseason. Another steal. Hiyajima gets away. Hiyajima now with 10 points. And the timeout will be called by Sunrockers Shibuya. Their season seems to be slipping away. We're looking at the faces here of the players from Shibuya. They know there's still time, but it's fast running out. Vendrame says he'll bring it on himself, but he might have to look for Kelly. No McAdoo here. They're just going with one import in Ryan Kelly. Vendrame. Tries for an acrobatic shot, doesn't work. Waiting for the troops now is Kitagawa. Takeuchi will bring it out. Gotta go inside to Josh Scott. Scott has been well rested. 3 for Ikaruga. No. That probably would have been it if that went down. They need some baskets. A 2 will suffice. But they just need points. Nothing there from 3. Hiyajima with the rebound. Hiyajima wisely using clock. Ikaruga goes to Scott. Ikaruga inside, out to Hiyajima. Hiyajima for 3. Bang! And the lead is at 26. That's ball game right there. Morizani misfires. Maruga wants to just hold on to this one. Eventually gives it up to Kitagawa. Kitagawa for a long tom. Will miss. We'll find Scott inside. All the hustle plays being shown here. Look at Miyajima getting the offensive rebound, finding his import, and Scott on the line for 2 more shots. No pressure now on these free throws from Josh Scott. Scott now with 14 points. Here's McAdoo. First for Scott. Drop. They just continue to pad on this lead. 15 markers now for Josh Scott. As early as now, they're looking forward to a semi-final clash. They should be safely in the semi-finals now. 88-60 is our tally. And there's a steal. Peak. Hands it over. Scott for 2. Lead is ballooned to 30 at 90-60. And the route is on. Definitely not the way you want to end your season if you're a fan of the Sunrockers Shibuya. But it happens. It happens to the best of them. LJ Peak all the way home. And the lead is now at 32.
Shibuya.
Nothing Shibuya could do but call another timeout. But it will not be enough, as they're going to lose back-to-back games here in this best-of-3 quarterfinal. You can see Ryan Rossiter there talking to his teammates, explaining to them that yes, this is a one-ball game, but we want to finish even stronger if we can. We're looking for some momentum to take into our semi-final match. Don't take anything lightly here. We're going to keep McAdoo inside. It might be time now to get some of the other players some playing time. The outcome here has been settled. We still have an official timeout right after the halfway mark. Kelly's been rested. Long 3, no. Rossiter with the rebound. Watanabe now will just use clock. Watanabe, Nabe time, no. Trying to get inside, that's going to be a foul. It is a passed ball. That's going to bring us to our timeout here. Official timeout here in the 4th period. 4:27 remains. It's just a matter of time before Utsunomiya Brex officially makes it to the semifinals. Charles Jackson there on your screens. Unfortunately, cannot be fielded in. As you can see, his right eye completely shut after a poke there from LJ Peak, which actually wasn't called for a foul. Kelly back in action. Kelly falling away, will misfire. Nice save, goes to Taves. I guess Coach Isa wants a little bit more scoring from his imports before we call it a day. Rossiter with a floater. McAdoo gets away inside. And Utsunomiya Brex not giving that up. There's a challenge still. When you're up by 34, just giving the bucket. McAdoo with a free throw here. Will miss. Have to stay on this end though. Chance for McAdoo and company to get more points on the board and make this more decent score line. But in the end, they will lose 2-0 this best of 3 affair. Kelly. He's strong on that long two. James will now bring it down. Rossiter says let's use some clock. A foul's going to be called here on Sekino. For what? And the extra physical there. At this point, you just stay in front of your man, take your licks. You've lost this ball game. And Gibbs is going to be sent back in. James. His pass a little bit too high there for Takeuchi. Let's look at Coach Isa. The season's over. They finished the regular season with a decent record. 38 wins, 22 losses. They're going to lose huge here. Well, you're going to hardly see any tears from the fans here inside the Brex Arena. 95% of the fans here are for Utsunomiya. They like this result, and they're looking forward to their team hosting another playoff match. More scoring, that time from Watanabe. He's not going to drop. Gibbs backing up. He'll be fouled. You like the fact that Shibuya is playing tough defense, but at the same time, you don't need to foul, not at this stage. That's another poor foul by Sekino. One more. And it's going to be free throws for Utsunomiya Brex. I'm shaking my head here. What kind of defense they're showing. There's Sekino again. Get it past the timeline. 3 on the way. Work there for Kitagawa. He's on the board. Utsunomiya Brex has gotten to 100. It's 100-65. With 35 points, the biggest lead of the ball game. 2:16 remaining. Yamauchi will check in. Same with Tawatari. That's a good idea. Rest Vendrame. You're going to need him for national team duties. McAdoo's still in there. Together with Ryan Kelly. sure he wants one more. He's had 2 threes here for Nabe time. Can we have one more Nabe time before this match is over? Gibbs looks inside. Takeuchi with the easy 2. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. This is going to be anticlimactic. The final 2 minutes. Gibbs goes down that rebound. Now we wait for the troops. Use clock once again. Taves. Wow, who was that for? Even Giannis Antetokounmpo couldn't have fielded that pass. $102.65. I'm quite surprised they only pulled out Kelly and McAdoo now. Gives it a steal. Will he go all the way through? Yes, he will. And a violation is going to be called here. Not that they need more scoring. Oh, Jesus, not a happy man. And Makoto Hijima will check in. Gibbs now can rest as he prepares for their semi-final encounter. Their opponent still to be decided. Nabe time! No. Takeuchi getting them another offensive rebound. And another offensive possession. Complaints here from the entire bench. Maybe the Brex squad doesn't realize they're up big. They're up by 39. And they're complaining about a missed call. Well, that's the competitive nature of Utsunomiya Brex. 14 seconds remain in the shot clock. Taves splits the defense. There'll be a steal. Kawatari's gonna finish. Looking for the 3-point play. One of the few smiles you're gonna see from any of the Shibuya players. Basket and one opportunity here with 1:03 remaining. It's 104-67. You'd think it's a 3-point game. But of course, if you're Shibuya, you want your players to be able to finish strong. But here they can't commit any fouls. Maybe the easy free throws. Still putting up some defensive pressure. Now once they pass the half-court line, we've got to call up the dogs. Hitting once again there. It's Kitagawa. He's got 5 points. 3 goes down. Nice consolation basket there for Daisuke Noguchi. And now they come up with a foul. 38.3 remaining. And they're going to send Kitagawa to the line. Third foul there on Yamauchi. Maybe they don't realize they're down by almost 40 points. With 38 seconds to go. Just extending the agony here for their squad. And Kitagawa obliges, hitting both free throws. Saying thank you very much. like adding insult to injury. But he was sent to the free throw line. Gotta make it. Yamauchi gets away. No. They come up short. Will they foul here? No, they won't. Kitagawa. Now going 4 corners. Kitagawa for 3. Bang! And the lead is now at 40. Final seconds. They want the final say. Morizane gets it. That's going to be the final bucket. The season of the Sunrockers Shibuya is done. And the Utsunomiya Brex moves on to the semifinals here in the B playoffs for 2020-2021. We're going to hear from Coach Yusu Anzai and from some of the players, that's for sure. The main players have been resting for quite a while as we say goodbye to Sunrockers Shibuya after a very successful season.
同じ東地区を戦いましたライバルチームサンロッカーズの皆さんに大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
22 losses in the regular season, but will bow out here 0-2 in the quarterfinals. Yesterday was the game they could have, should have won, but unfortunately, Charles Jackson was not up to par from the free throw line. Charles Jackson missed 9 free throws, McAdoo missed 4, Ryan Kelly missed 1, 14 missed free throws, and Utsunomiya went on to win by just 8. That would have been a totally different story if they made their free throws. But today, they were just ran out of the gym. Utsunomiya played perfect basketball, especially from the second quarter onwards. A fitting send-off here to the Shibuya squad. We'll see them in a few months. We'll see Vendrame in action though for the national squad. And let's hear now from our winning coach and some of the players from Utsunomiya Brex.
では早速インタビューに入ってまいりたいと思います。まずは安西ヘッドコーチ、勝利おめでとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。
無事にセミファイナル進出を決めた今のお気持ちはいかがですか？
選手も本当によく頑張ってくれましたし、ホームでできてファンの皆さんの後押しもありましたし、あとサンロッカーズ渋谷のファンの皆さんもたくさん来ていただいて本当にありがとうございます。本当2日間サンロッカーズ渋谷さんが相手だったから自分たちもこういういいゲームできたと思いますし、皆さんの思いも、次のセミファイナルに、持っていって皆さんの分まで自分たち
First and foremost, Coach Ryuzo Anzai said that the players did a great job today, and he thanked the fans for coming. And he mentioned that Shibuya gave them all they could. It was a tough match, but in the end, he's glad they were able to come out on top.
それでは続いて選手にお話を伺ってまいりたいと思います。
And he said they had to play well because Shibuya is a tough team. They were handicapped though because Charles Jackson could not play in the second half. And here we have Jeff Gibbs.
Thank you.
本日のギブス選手は22得点、6リバウンドの活躍でございました。試合を振り返っていかがですか？
You know, I just had to come out today and play a lot harder than I did yesterday, a lot more energy. Shibuya, they came out, very tough in the first quarter, but we locked down in the second half. Second quarter throughout the rest of the game, and you did a good job.
自分も、昨日よりもっと、いいプレーを今日はしないといけないなと思っていたので、しっかりコート上で、しっかりエナジーを出せるように、頑張ろうと思ってプレーしました。前半は渋谷さんもかなりハードにやられていて、かなり苦戦した部分はあるんですけど、後半なんとか自分たちのゲームにすることができてよかったと思います。
そして対戦相手はまだ決定しておりませんが、セミファイナルへの意気込みをお願いしたいと思います。
No matter who we play, we got to come out with a lot of energy. Just come out and play hard like we did today, and come away with 2 wins.
相手どうこうではなく、しっかり自分たちがエナジーをしっかり出せるプレーをしていかないといけないなと思います。
はい、ありがとうございます。4番のジェフ・ギブス選手にお話を伺いました。ありがとうございました。
Short and sweep there. Jeff Gibbs.
続いて
Straight to the
18番
point.
のイカルガ選手にお話を伺ってまいりたいと思い
Who
ま
else
す。
are we going to hear from here?
まずは勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
本日は攻守にわたって安定したプレーでチームを勝利に導きました。試合を振り返っていかがですか。
そうですね、僕らの良さっていうものを、出せた40分間だったと思います。
With a few steals.
今日イカルガ選手、素晴らしいスティールが3つほどありましたが、振レー振り返っていかがですか。
良かったと思います。
Ikaruga
ピーク
actually
選手
plays
ま
a
でに
lot.
短く答えていただきましたが、ではセミファイナルへの意気込みをお願いしたいと思います。
Per contest.
はい、ホームで戦えるので、必ず2勝できるように、頂点に行くには2勝しないといけないので、しっかりと皆さんと力を合わせて戦っていきたいと思いますので、力を貸してください。本日はありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。18番イカルガ選手にお話を伺いました。そして最後に6番比江島選手にお話を伺いたいと思います。
He loves to play at home, and he said that the next game they promised they will win again. As long as they have good offense and good defense. Here we have national team member and definitely one of the fan
力強い
favorites,
ゴールアタックとアウト
Makoto
サイドシュ
Hiejima.
ートでチームに勢いをもたらしました。振り返っていかがですか。
そうですね、昨日からちょっと波に乗れてなかったので、今日は得点の方で、勢いが与えられるプレーができてよかったと思います。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Makoto
では比江
Hiejima
島
today
選手に締めていただきたいと思います。
Finished with 13
セミファイナルへの意気込みとともにご来場の皆様、そして画面越しに応援してくださっている
was
皆
3
様に
out
も
of
一
2
言
from
最後に
3 out
お願
of
いしたい
6
と思い
from
ます。
2-point distance and 2 out of 3 from 3-point country.
まだまだ相手は決まってないですけど、最
Went to
高の
the
準
free
備
throw
を
line
して
once was 1 out of 1.
いくだけだと思うので、引き続き応援よろしくお願いしま
He also
す。
had 6 assists
はい、
to go
ありが
with
とうござい
1
ました。
rebound.
6番比江島選手に締めていただきました。ありがとうございました。
Makoto Hiejima
さあ、
talked
それで
about
は
the
ご来
fact
場の
that he
皆
couldn't
様、
play as
次も
hard
一緒
yesterday. So
に
today,
戦ってくだ
he
さ
said
い。
he
よろ
was
しくお願いし
aggressive
ま
from the
す。
start.
本日勝利してセミファイナル
And they came
進
away
出
with the
決
victory.
定いたしまし
He's
た。
just
我
happy
らがブレックスに
that
大
he
き
and
な
his
拍
team
手を
are
お願
now
いいたし
safely
ます。
into the semifinals. They didn't want a game 3. They want to be able to come up with a few more days rest, and that's exactly what they deserved and earned here with back-to-back victories over Sunrockers Shibuya. But Utsunomiya Brex finished with the best record in the league, which means the semifinals will be held right here at Brex Arena. You fight all season long for home field, home court advantage, because you want to be able to play in front of your hometown fans. And that's exactly what's going to happen here for Utsunomiya Brex. They move on to the next round. And that semifinal will be here in front of Brex Nation. Thanking the fans once again for coming over and supporting them. Not just throughout the regular season, but their first 2 games here in the quarterfinals. B-League playoffs have begun. And the first round is over. For Sunrockers Shibuya, their season's done. Utsunomiya Brex moves on. It was a close game here from the get-go, especially in the first period. Both teams traded baskets. Vendrame was aggressive. So was Scott. CJ with a slam there. Unfortunately for him, he was not able to return after an eye poke. Scott with a rare three. Says, you leave me open, I'll take it. Ryan Kelly can really knock it down from long distance. Taves. Extra pass, Nabe time. Nice incursion there from Yamauchi. The first period ended in a tie, 24 each. But Hiejima and company started to pick things up in the next 10 minutes of play, and they would get into the halftime break up by 10, 48-38. Extra passes, getting everybody involved, and you can see just too many assists here today. For Utsunomiya Brex, they played as a team. Looking at the assist totals, 33 assists in the game for Utsunomiya and only 10 assists for Sunrockers Shibuya. That's a real telling stat. Morizane put that one up, got that to drop. It was still competitive in the second period. But when Taves started to heat up, it was all downhill for the visitors. Yamauchi hit that one. Poor offensive there will lead to this three. Nice find from Rossiter. Peak knocking it down. Going to the second half, it was 48-38. And then a 9-0 blast to start things off, led by Peak. Just put the outcome beyond any doubt. There was her second three. And then this one to bring the lead from 10 all the way up to 19. And that was it. Look at that poor pass from Ishii. It's like he gave it right there to Ikaruga. Third period ended 74-55. And even if Kelly was hitting shots from the outside, he had a much better showing here in game number 2. It just wasn't enough, especially with the fact that Charles Jackson could not be used in the second half. Hiejima losing it there. And Ishii hitting from downtown. But it was all for naught. In the fourth period, Shibuya tried to come back. They tried to whittle down the lead. They were able to cut it to 19. And then suddenly, the floodgates just opened. Gibbs started to get offensive rebounds. And that was all she wrote. Brex winning it, running away, 111-74. These are now consolation baskets. But Hiejima will take it. That'll up his average. Ikuruga, one of the players of the game. And there's another one of those 33 assists. Peak's gonna take this one all the way home. McAdoo with a slam. I was quite surprised that he was in there for the final 5 minutes. Together with Kelly, they were actually brought to the bench with about 30 seconds remaining in this contest. But Utsunomiya Brex wanted to get to 100, and they did. They got more than 100. They got 111 total. And Sunrockers Shibuya, done for the year. Coach Isa congratulating Coach Anzaya and saying good luck in the next round in the semifinals. As we take a look at the numbers, and the stats will show commanding 111-74 win for Utsunomiya Brex, shooting 68% from 2-point distance, 52% from 3-point country, 83% from the field. Look at that, 58-30. Those are the points in the paint. What they should have shown there instead of those 11 and 12. 11 and 12, those are the turnovers. Not too many turnovers for both these squads. Those are decent numbers at 11 and 12. What should have been up there is 33 assists as compared to just 10 here for Sunrockers Shibuya. Rebounding, also a big story. 42 rebounds for Utsunomiya, just 25 for Sunrockers Shibuya. Well, how can you get more than 25 rebounds when in the second half you didn't have CJ playing? Well, that's all she wrote here for this game. Game number 2 is over, and this quarterfinal series is done. We'll show you now the top scorers for both these squads. Jeff Gibbs there with 22 points, 18 there for Josh Scott, and 13 for Makoto Hiyajima. In a losing effort, Kelly with 28, Vendrame with 9, and 8 points there for McAdoo. Well, Charles Jackson, again, didn't play in the second half, and that's why he didn't figure in the scoring. But McAdoo played a whole lot more. He should have at least scored in double digits. But the defense really clamped on the inside. That's why only 30 points in the paint here total for Sunrockers Shibuya as compared to 56 on the other hand for the host team, Utsunomiya Brex. This quarterfinal series is done. As we show you more numbers, LJ Peak, together with Gibbs and Rossiter there, contributing to the cause. Well, the imports doing what was expected of them, including Ryan Rossiter. As they move on to the next round here in the B-League playoffs. The playoffs have begun this weekend, and we expect even better basketball action in the weeks to come. I was thinking they're going to show you the bracket. There's the bracket. And Utsunomiya Brex safely into the semifinals. They will await the winner of the Evesa matchup there. Still a whole lot more to be played. Utsunomiya Brex wins this one over Sunrockers Shibuya, 111-74. Stick around for more B-League action, playoff action tomorrow. As we take a look at some graphics for B2, that does it here for our coverage. Congratulations to Utsunomiya as they move on to the semifinals. This has been Anthony Sutai for the coverage. Thanks for joining me. Till tomorrow. Take care. Good night. God bless.